What's up, fight fans? We have a banger main event for UFC 317. To Be Decided will be taking on To Be Decided. This comes after To Be Decided's last amazing performance where he knocked out and KO'd the last previous champion. To Be Decided, his opponent is coming off of an 11 fight win streak. This is a great matchup. I am so excited for this matchup. All jokes aside, what the fuck is going on? What is going on with the UFC? What is going on with this promotion? And specifically what is going on with the main event of UFC 317? It's bad enough without a main event. Not a single fight has been announced for this card. Not a single fight has been announced for this card. Dana White is more concerned about promoting his bull, his pet bull, excuse me. This is a comment. Who cares about your cow? Announce the fight. Laugh my ass off. I'm never announcing it. How handsome is that bull? Say it. So I'm not going to lie. I was one of those people who saw the tweet about his bull and quote tweeted it and said, nobody cares about your cow. You know, I said pretty much the same thing this guy was saying. And yeah, I share the same frustration as many fans where we need fight news. You know, I do think that the last big fight news we got, which was Poirier versus Holloway 3, although I think that's a good matchup, there were better matchups. So even that fight news, as good as it is, left a little bit of emptiness because now we're never going to have the Dustin Poirier Justin Gaethje trilogy, which is what Dustin Poirier was asking for, by the way. We're also going to talk about. So it seems like the UFC 317 is expected. The reason they're hesitant on announcing UFC 317 is because the UFC is waiting for the result of UFC 315. What we mean by that is that if Bilal wins, they're going to make Islam versus Topuria for UFC 317. If JDM wins, they're going to make Topuria versus Charles. Now, this sucks because I want JDM to win, but if it means that we're not going to get Islam versus Topuria and they're going to let Makhachev hold up the division, go up to welterweight, then, I feel like the integrity of the sport is... And, we're going to talk about Jon Jones. We're going to get into all that, too. But I feel like Islam Makhachev, as great as he is, as many title defenses as he has, as long as his win streak is, he still has 2 title defenses against short-notice opponents. One of them was 6 days' notice, Volkanovski. The other one was Renato Moicano on less than 24 hours' notice. And you're also going up a division, a weight class. And I understand that Arman Sarukian dropping out was out of Islam's control. Obviously, Islam would have wanted that fight way more to prove something. But nonetheless, you're moving up a division without taking on the number 1 contender. Now, I know the UFC probably has no plans for Arman because they're still pissed off about him. Sorry, pissed off at him, excuse me. But, after Islam versus Topuria, which I do think that should be the next title fight for lightweight, Islam versus Topuria, the second best one would be Arman. Now, I think it's really annoying that the UFC is waiting for the result of 350. I wish they could just announce Islam versus Topuria. As I said, Islam is great, but has he done enough to already go up a weight class and hold up not just hold up any division, hold up the most stacked division and now we're even seeing more up and coming contenders like Paddy, Rufy, guys like that. So the next slide is talking about the potential matchups for UFC 317. Obviously, we're talking about Islam versus Topuria, how that would be great. Duplessis versus Hamzat. It seems like they've confirmed that Duplessis and Hamzat isn't going to happen at UFC 317. It's more likely to happen for UFC 319 or UFC 320. They'll probably announce that before 317. They're probably going to announce Drakus versus Hamzat for UFC 318 or 320 before they even announce the 317 main event. Now, the middle one, this fight, is the one that could happen, but Jon Jones is a duck. In my opinion, the second fight in this picture is the most inexcusable. It's a disgrace to the UFC if Tom Aspinall goes out there and defends his interim belt twice while Jon Jones sits and ducks. How do you not lose faith in the entire company when shit like that happens? I know there's a lot of things this company did, slimy shit, that has made you lose faith. But I don't think anything is as bad as this. You know, like it would be Tom Aspinall having to go out and defend his interim belt twice while Jon Jones ducks would be worse than giving Paddy Pimblett the next title shot at lightweight. That's like if they give Paddy Pimblett the next title shot. Like, I think that would make more sense than making Tom Aspinall defend his interim belt twice. I hope you get what I mean. Yeah, man, I think it sucks that, like, if this is real, we don't know if the UFC really is waiting for 315. Every day it seems more likely because they're not announcing anything. But it sucks because I want JDM to win, though. And if JDM wins, I think for a fact, like a lot of people are speculating, they're going to make JDM versus Islam for the next welterweight fight. By the way, really snake shit to do on Makhachev's behalf, all right? You know, telling Bilal, oh, you know, he ruins my hopes of becoming two-time division champion. And then now you're waiting around the corner, waiting for Bilal to lose so you could go fight JDM. I think it's some snake shit, bro. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Tell me how you guys feel about this whole situation. I really hope Dana White just proves me wrong. Just announce it today, dude. I don't even care anymore. At this point, the event is losing so much hype just because it's only a month out now, and we're only going to have a month, less than that, to really hype it up if you include, like, all the bullshit with the training camp and all that. It's going to be a really, really shitty build-up to whatever happens. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to try to upload every day. Please subscribe.